everyone, today I'm here to do a tag video. Today I'll be doing behind the Booktube tag, and this was created by Kate Lindsay. I will leave the original video down below. So this video is all about behind the scenes and stuff I really love learning about, honestly. Like, I love behind the scenes type of things. That is I love it. So we're going to talk about how this channel runs and things like that. So let's get right on to it. The first question is, what kind of camera do you use? And I use a Canon 5D Mark II, and before you look it up and you're just like, your jaw drops to the floor, yes, it is an expensive camera. I am aware of that. I did not buy this for this channel at all. I'm a professional photographer, that is my job, so I bought that camera for that job. It just so happens that that camera can also be used for this type of job slash hobby. So just so you know, like don't think you have to spend a ridiculous amount of money on a camera, because you definitely do not. This is just what I have and what I use for my profession as well as what I use for this. So it just works out, so that's what I use. If you're wondering about what lens I use the 50mm 1.2 lens. Again, very expensive, but I use it for my job. So just so you know, I just want to clarify that, because it's expensive. I know, trust me, like it's hard for me to even pay things like that for it, but that's how it is with the job I'm in. It's an expensive field, but that's the camera that I use and I love using it. Honestly, I'm a big Mark II fan. Do you use any additional equipment such as lighting, tripod, microphone, remote, etc.? I do have a tripod. My tripod is horrible. I need to get a new one, honestly. It's so old. I need to get a really tall one because I do want to film an updated bookshelf tour, and I really want, and my bookshelves are like insanely tall, so I need to get a really much taller really tall tripod. Anyway, I do use a tripod as well as everything. My Mark II does not have a flip out screen, so everything I have to do is manual focus and things like that, and it'd be very hard for me to see how if I'm in focus or not. So I have this hooked up to a, oh gosh, I need my husband here, he's very technical. I'm going to say it's a HDMI cord, and it's plugged to a monitor, like a computer monitor I have right here, and that's plugged in. So basically I just plug that in. So this is like, whenever you see me, because I get a lot of comments of why do I look to my right a lot? That's because my monitor's right here. It tells me if I'm in focus or not. It tells me if I'm recording or not, because sometimes I get cut off. So that's all the additional equipment I use, honestly. It's a tripod and then a monitor hooked up to my camera. Hope that's okay. For lighting, I get a lot of questions about lighting. Windows. I have a window right beside me and I have a door right over there. If you've watched my channel a lot, my lighting goes haywire sometimes because of the sun. My window is right here, so the sun gets very bright. Sometimes it'll go in between clouds. To keep the blind down, I get a pretty consistent form of light if I keep the blinds down. Now, if I open the blinds, I am obviously sunned out like crazy, but if I keep them down, I can control my lighting and my aperture a little bit better. So that's what I've learned. So yeah, I don't use any like light bought lighting. I use the sun. I think it's great if it can be worked with. Sun is tricky. The next question is scripted or spontaneous? How do you plan what you're going to say in videos? I'm going to say half and half. Half the time with tags, I just print out the questions and I just go with it. So that's kind of spontaneous. For book reviews, it depends on the book. If it's a contemporary book, I will just be spontaneous with it because there's not much to like really go into depth. If it's a sequel in a series, I probably will write some quick notes on a sheet of paper or something like that. If it's like a show series, like for example, I did my 13 Reasons Why, my Big Little Lies, I definitely had to write scripts for those because they had multiple episodes and there's a lot to talk about. So I really had to write down what I need to say because otherwise it'd be all over the place. So yeah, I'd say half and half. I'd say the majority is spontaneous. If there's any like in-depth videos where I have to do a lot of research, I will type out a script or just keynotes to say to keep me on track, because otherwise we'd be here all day. How many takes do you do while filming this video? Like if I go edit this video and there's a snippet out of it, am I gonna refilm it? No. It takes far too long to put on this and to set everything up for me to be like, I need to redo that. If it comes to takes, like if I said a sentence wrong, I do so many of those. It's ridiculous. I'm sure about a sentence after I say it. I will re-say it like 5 times just to make sure I got the right one. So when it comes to those takes, a lot. But if it comes to like scratching a video completely, there is like a 5% chance I will do that. I try to salvage that beast as much as I can because I have spent far too much time filming. If you use music in your videos, where do you find it? I always use about 10 seconds of a song for my outro, and already I use a lot that I get a lot of questions. Who this artist is one of my good friends. Her name is Janelle. I will leave her Bandcamp info down below. I know her in real life. We're good friends. I use her music a lot because we're friends. She said it's okay. Sometimes I'll use my music from my husband's band because he's in a band, or sometimes I'll use my nephew's music because he likes putting like I wouldn't say techno, like putting pieces together. So honestly, the answer to this is a lot of friends. I have a lot of musical friends, and that's because my husband is a musician, so I have a lot of open networks when it comes to that, I guess. Any of my songs, though, I'll link down below. I'll do better about that. I need to start doing better about that. Next question is, how do you make your thumbnails? 100% Photoshop. I will, you know, take a screenshot of when I'm doing a video. So for now, I would be like, cheese, and then screenshot that. And it depends on what the video is of how I'm going to do my thumbnail. So for tags, usually I'll just smile or do a funny type of face, and then I'll just put text right here, or a lot of times I will completely take out my background and just put a solid color of like yellow, or, you know, just a pop of color so it catches your attention, because that's the whole goal. For book reviews, sometimes I try to find a really large image of the cover and kind of overlay that in the back, so it's like my background and I'm holding up the book. And then for TV shows and for movie reviews, I do the same thing. I try to do interactive things. Like I love the thumbnail I did for my 13 Reasons Why video. I don't think it's an amazing by any means. I'm very much not a pro at Photoshop, that is for sure. I just know how to edit my photos. That's it. But I do like how I kind of made that, like kind of with the poster. I don't know. If you liked it, let me know. I think it was cool. As well as the Big Little Lies one. That one isn't super amazing, but it's like decent. I try to make it, you know, interactive and fun, and, you know, but Photoshop's the main way I make it. Like I just try to do a nice photo with some big text so it catches your attention with some color. That's my whole goal. What do you use to edit your videos? I'm sure a lot of people are going to say this, and I use Imovie, and I like Imovie. It's free and it's easy. I would love to learn like Premiere, I want to say Adobe Premiere. Is it called that? Not sure. But I know it's very, very complicated, and I just honestly, as horrible as it sounds, I don't have the time to learn it. With iMovie, I pretty much know how to use it. My computer's really quick with it, so I can just go in there, I can edit a video in like 30 minutes if it's pretty relatively quick, and I'm done. And I really enjoy iMovie. I think it's great, and it's free, so I recommend it. Any tips, tricks, or hacks when it comes to filming / editing? Just have good light. That's my one tip for anybody, is just have good light. And I see that my light's always been kind of finicky in the past, but I feel like now I've got it down packed. If you have good light, it will be good. You'll have good quality. You can film on any camera. You can use your iPhone. iPhone has great quality. Just put yourself some good light. It'll make it so awesome. Filming, you know, and editing, I guess, try to cut out the ums and the kind of awkward pauses you have, because I know I have to cut out so many ums and like awkward pauses when I'm like trying to think of things, when I'm like, I cut those out. Also, try to get to the point with your videos. It sounds so horrible. Sometimes in my videos, especially the ones I watched in the past, I ramble a ton, and I'm like, get to the point. I'm not here to listen to you ramble. I'm here to watch this video. I'm here to watch this video about this topic. Get to the topics. It sounds harsh, but I'm harsh on myself. So I'd say, you know, if you're doing a video about a haul, just get on to the haul. Like, have a quick intro, and let's get on to the haul. If you're talking about a movie, let's have a quick intro and get in talking about the movie. So that sounds harsh, but I feel like that's a good tip, maybe? No, try not to go too crazy. Just be yourself. Be simple. That's all you can really ask. The last question is, in your opinion, what makes a good video from a production standpoint? Like, good lighting, I think, really makes a good video. Yes, you can have a fancy camera or something like that, but good lighting really helps out a lot, as well as a good background. And just so you know, because you're a booktuber does not mean you have to have a huge, like, beautiful bookshelf behind you. She says that she has a beautiful bookshelf behind her. Just have anything, like have a bare wall and have some good lighting, and you are set. Like, I'm a firm believer, if the lighting is good, everything will fall into place. And that's, again, because I'm a photographer. Like, I will, any day of the week, I can have a beautiful building that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to take pictures in front of that. I need to take pictures of this couple in front of the building. But if the lighting is horrible, I will not do it. I will instead go over to a grassy place and, like, under a tree if the lighting is beautiful, because the lighting helps. Lighting is really important. Apparently, I'm very adamant about lighting, so yeah, I hope that's okay. That was behind the Booktube tag, so I definitely have done videos like this before in the past. A few years ago, I did a whole behind-the-scenes video of how I did everything. That's definitely changed because it's been a few years, and I think I've done it behind-the-scenes tag, so I'll link them both down below. Both of them are not very good quality videos. I think I was out of focus in one of them, and the lighting was horrible in the other one. So you live and you learn. Obviously, you can see how much I've progressed. As time will go on, I will progress even more. If you like this video and you're interested in the behind-the-scenes tag, give this video a thumbs up. I make bookish videos 3 times a week, so be sure to subscribe to see more, and I will see you on my next video. Bye. you.